Alright, we've got Ian here, we've got Emma, we've got Chris, we've got Phil, and we've got a Rick. And
you might have a Marty. We may have
a Marty.
We may have a cannon fodder.
Yeah, at some point in the future, he may show up, he may not. He may actually be here, we just can't see him. But nevertheless, we're here to talk about various bits and bobs that happened in the last month. And the most prominent one, I think, is fairly obvious to anyone who hasn't been sleeping under a rock.
Hey, I like that rock.
Like, hey, you can't sleep in that rock. That's my rock, Phil.
No, it's my rock. It's my rock now.
You can't sleep in my rock, Phil.
I can.
It's my rock.
I rock on in that rock. I'm a rock lobster.
We will rock you.
You rock hard in that rock.
Oh, puns. Anyway, yeah, the thing that's been the biggest thing in gaming, PS4.
Yeah.
Surprise! Bet you didn't see that coming.
Yeah, it's like PS3 plus one.
Pretty much, yeah.
Although to give it credit, it like I said, I heard it's going to be like 16 times juicier than our current black box of sometimes works.
Sometimes works, a good way to put it. Yeah, it does sound pretty interesting specs, but apart from the DDR5 RAM, I really don't think that it's that much more powerful than PC. To be honest,
it probably won't be. Like I imagine,
it's
like
probably close to a top end spec now.
Yeah,
but,
what happens in 7-8 years' time?
Yeah, but then again, you compare the specs of what the Xbox 360 or the PlayStation have got at the moment to the PCs that are out at the moment.
Oh yeah, it is a massive leap, but we're talking pretty much a decade between console generations now. Plus, the fact is, PC will. Speaking as mainly a PC gamer, you know, it's going to catch up pretty quickly.
PC gaming master race.
The elite.
we are the master race.
Oh, you play on a console, do you? Oh,
is it
my PC far superior to yours. Jizz.
Yeah, let's see you play a racing game on that PC.
Yeah,
I can plug a pad in. I can plug a pad into that PC.
Console. You need to plug in the pad. Oh yeah, you have to install all that stuff. Yeah, we can just plug it in.
Yeah.
So
just playing with the controller.
No, that's the thing. That will always be the edge of PC gaming.
Yeah,
it's just going to be like always have more juice than the console.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. I think the PS4 is good now, but when in terms of PC gaming, it's going to catch up pretty quickly.
Yeah, but I think like ultimately, if you were to go out and buy a top end spec PC on the same day that the PlayStation 4 is released, and then not buy a PC until the new PlayStation comes out, I think PlayStation is going to be more robust.
True, it will be good in that sense, but I'm thinking like people who get the newer hardware, PC ones.
You're probably going to think about it. Like the top end specs for the PCs are like £2,000 to £5,000 as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah, that is true.
You're not going to buy one of those every year.
You're going to be paying like a tenth of the price, a third of the price for like something that easily to use and accessible.
As a master of technology and quite possibly the nearest thing to comic relief. I have to question what is what is the preference of a PS4, 5, 7, PS4 over my classic PS2, which still sits there gathering dust.
Well,
shiny graphics.
Apparently,
PS2 has shiny graphics.
No, apparently,
this is a lot shinier.
In the future, they're going to be adding in software into the PS4, which will allow full backwards compatibility for the entire PlayStation range. However, it's not going to come with it. This is going to be installed in at a later date.
Yeah, which brings up the best point, which I saw on Top 10 for the win. Like, the best game announced at the PlayStation 4 launch was actually Manhunt 2.
What? Yeah. No, wasn't it like...
No, it was Manhunt 2, because all of the previous PlayStations are going to be playable. Therefore, all of the previous games are being re-released on the PlayStation 4. So Manhunt 2.
Exactly. Like that's not they'll only go as far as Manhunt 2. They won't go quite as far as Manhunt 1. That's a little too much. Manhunt 2, fine.
Manhunt 1, step it back a bit. Step it back a bit.
PlayStation games, so yeah. But like I'm loving the look of Destiny. Watch Dogs as well.
Yeah, Watch Dogs. Really looking forward. Really anticipating it here.
Like the sort of scope of what you might be able to do.
Like, I mean, as far as the games they showed off, there was really only two there that I would think to myself, yeah, I have to get these games, and those are Watch Dogs and Destiny.
Yeah.
I mean, I did like the look of Killzone, but it's more we've seen. I think I was more impressed by the scale of it.
Fucking Killzone, if they haven't fixed the bastard controls by now.
They won't have.
No. It's like, press this button, cross your fingers in the horrible ways, just crouch and up.
You see, the problem...
No,
you what I found with Killzone, like, ever since the first game on the launch of the PS3, like, it just seemed kind of derivative and sort of
that
lame.
Was the thing, was, like, I was a huge fan of Killzone 1 and 2, because I played the demo for Killzone, I was like, this is shit, I'm not touching it. Then I came back to it a few years later, and I actually really enjoyed playing it, but obviously swapping over to the Xbox, I never got access to that. Honestly, after the debacle with Killzone 3, like, I can say I'm glad that I didn't fucking do it.
It's like, even now, it just seems kind of forced and derivative, like...
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they've learned from their mistakes either, because Capcom came out with what was clearly an FMV game, and
it had to be FMV.
Yeah, because they've put a fucking little inventory on the side to sort of say, yeah, this is in-game play. Bullshit, is it?
Yeah, I think there might have been one or two little bits that may have been in-game, but the vast majority of it had to be FMV.
I reckon, like, there was one scene in particular that was that's definitely seen on gameplay, like, when the guy in the armor, like, ran towards the dragon.
Yeah, when he's fighting the dragon, that scene did look like
that
in-game.
seemed, like, but that was it, like, that one, like, few seconds seemed in-game.
Yeah, and, like, I know this is kind of, like, tying into that sort of video game racism where a lot of people these days only play, games that come from their own sort of ethnic backgrounds, but the dragon looks shit. I know it's only a baby dragon, but it looks shit.
The dragon massive booked up on its front.
Yeah, like, I mean, like...
Tiny wings.
Yeah, tiny ripped up wings.
Fair, it's slightly unique for a dragon.
Yeah, but what they've done is they've made it Asian. Like, they've gone, right, this is what a Western dragon looks like, and then they've added a shit ton of Asian elements to it. And if
it had been Asian elements, it would have been a giant snake with a
moustache. But that's where the two moustache things come from on that dragon. Like,
and not moustaches.
Yeah. But I think that's the problem I had with the design of that dragon.
Yeah, but not to mention, it looked like a giant fucking chicken.
It looked like a giant chicken for one, but that was the thing. Like, it just looked like they were trying to get, like, let's go for a bit of this, let's go for a bit of that, let's go for a bit of that, and it just ended up looking like a mess. This is just stupid.
Like someone should have stopped designing it halfway through.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like kind of like what you said about Darksiders with their war.
Like someone started designing him and just forgot to stop again.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, that is exactly how I draw.
It's the same problem. Like,
I mean, Watch Dogs though, that definitely looks impressive.
Yeah, that does look very cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always pushing it. It seems to me like GTA meets Deus Ex, and two brilliant games. Open world with sort of manipulating the environment in the way you can. Sounds. I mean, the possibility.
Actually, I'm surprised to see there was no GTA launch on the PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
I heard that's going to get pushed back till.
It's been pushed back
September.
It has been pushed back.
Yeah.
It's been confirmed. It's pushed back till September now.
Still, like, I mean, that would have been a big thing to see. Like, but then again, they did have Watch Dogs, and you put Watch Dogs and GTA on the same stage, you're just going to end up with a fight.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's a fight I imagine that GTA would probably win, which would sort of ruin Watch Dogs, really.
Well, yeah, because it's a known franchise, though, so people are going to go with what they know, but I think Watch Dogs
I would sooner go for Watch Dogs, personally.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Just to try something a bit different.
Just try something different, yeah.
Because, to be fair, like...
Despite the fact
I was never all that keen on the GTA franchise.
Yes, same,
really. Because it just seemed like if you've played one GTA, it's just you've played them all now.
Play San Andreas.
Pretty much. I mean,
Play San Andreas. It's by far the best.
It's absolutely batshit.
Big sandbox game like that, it's only ever going to be compared to Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo?
Yeah, it's just exactly like Gran Turismo, yeah.
Exactly, there's cars,
we know what you mean.
There's people, and
But yeah, I mean, I'll say this now, and I'll probably get blamed for this somewhere down the line, but I think GTA 4 is one of the most overrated games of all time.
Somebody pass me a lighter.
Yeah.
Seriously.
You're clearly a muppet who doesn't know anything about gaming. Where do you get your ideas from?
Now, seriously though.
No, don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, GTA 4 was a massive innovation for its time. Like, I mean,
in its time, yeah.
I mean, it was hard to find any replay value in that other than jumping off buildings and blowing shit up.
Yeah, I mean,
once you got the cheat where you could open all the guns.
Yeah. That was it.
You just basically see how long you can stay alive with everything.
But that was the
thing.
I found with GTA 3 and GTA 4, like, well, not GTA, it'd be Vice City really, because GTA 4 it in of itself sucked.
Not
But-
Liberty Voice stories
No, like-
on hookers.
Like the only GTA game I actually played for the story, like played all the way through, was San Andreas.
That was a fucking epic. That
It
was.
was an epic story.
Yeah.
It was really good.
That was a good one, I agree.
It's
But
also huge.
with 4, it just didn't really feel like it had much. I mean, it did have a lot to
Right,
it, but
because,
it was all
no,
the same repetitiveness to me.
This is the tradition with GTA, right? What they do is they bring out the game engine. So they brought out GTA 3 game engine, which was a serious game. Then they brought out a load of muck around, play around ones like Vice City and San Andreas, which were just fun ones where the designers went mental. And
That's
then they
fair
brought
point.
out GTA 4, which again was a serious game. And then they brought out like Vice Cities, and they brought out DLC for it, like which were a bit more mucking around. But the online play on that kind of sustained it and stopped them from building another one.
It's kind of like the gamers' equivalent of like Eminem. They'll go nuts, and then they'll kind of pull it back a bit,
Yeah.
and then they'll go nuts again,
Yeah.
and they'll pull it back a bit.
A little bit, yeah. But anyway,
Pretty much.
why were we discussing PlayStation 4, not like GTA 4?
Yeah, it's good compared stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how do we get from like the PlayStation 4 to
Certainly.
Eminem?
Well, no, like there is one other
No,
thing
you
about
brought Eminem.
I know! I did that
If you
shit!
wanted a snack, should have brought it.
No, like
Would you
the
please stand up?
Aha! You made funny because Eminem is also snack.
Woo.
Hey,
No.
fancy coffee?
Like the only other big thing about the PlayStation 4 that I saw the announce was the share button and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the streaming
Tiny
function, to be fair. I do like the idea of streaming. I mean, it won't be at launch probably, and really likely won't be, but the potential to stream your games onto any mobile device sounds really amazing.
What I like? I watched Angry Joe's vlog on the
Name
PlayStation
dropping.
4,
Yeah,
and he actually he actually made a really good point. Like
yeah,
the main point of recording what you do and whatever would surely be like what they think is for like Let's Players. Like
Yeah.
you like at a glance you'd think it's ideal for Let's Players, but Let's Players they like to add things in post. They like to chop and change things. So
Can you change it between
And
like really,
take it off the PlayStation?
not only that, but if it's not
That's
being
true.
uploaded to YouTube, then it's not getting the advertising revenue,
Exactly.
which is what is sustaining all of this.
plus you've got to think as well. It's like who's going to be getting all that advertising revenue? Are you going to see it? Is it all just going to go to Sony? Are YouTube going to get it all? Like who's going to get all that money?
Exactly. It's
So-
I think it needs more.
Tweaking.
Yeah. Like, I mean,
I don't know, because I remember when multimedia messages on phones was brand new. And I remember I was actually in college at the time and doing media studies, and we did this part of new media technology, was this ability to send pictures. And we were like, oh yeah, this will never take off. How many times are you going to do something stupid like take a picture of your arse and send it to all of your mates? It'll never work. It'll
Twice
never
last
go
week.
anywhere. But it's still around.
Like on the other hand, like me with the MMS is like I think I tried it once and then I saw my bill and how much that message actually cost and never used one again.
They do rip you off of that. They do extortionately charge you for
But
it.
now you have Facebook, so
But the thing
Yeah,
is,
it's
it's the
all
same kind of concept.
yeah.
That
yeah.
no one ever really thought this idea would go anywhere.
Well, I reckon it's going to go somewhere. I just don't think they
Yeah.
thought it through very well.
I think.
Well, we need to find out what the catches are really to it, to be honest.
And it's
Yeah.
really, what are you really going to do with that function? It's like, look at this glitch, lol.
Yeah.
Look at this Easter egg.
Look at me own at this game, yo!
Do you think that the Xbox is going to have something similar?
I reckon they will.
They will. I think if we can bring it with this, I think with the whole focus on this next generation, it's going to be sort of social interaction with other players and
Yeah.
sharing
But,
with each other.
like, part of the thing that I picked up from the live stream was that the IGN editor, his big gripe was that that Sony were trying to turn the PlayStation 3 into like a social media hub, and they just basically abandoned gaming. But he wanted to see them bring it more focused on gaming, and I think that's what they've done. They've really addressed a lot of issues for gamers. They didn't really touch on anything like the movie buying features or watching films or anything like that.
Yes, they focus more on the gamers themselves and the developers for the games thereof.
And I think that's the most important thing, really, because, I mean, as long as the gamers and developers are happy, I think you pretty much got set for a system, because it's all about communicating to that audience, and if they can do that really well, which is what they seem to be doing now, I think they'll be around to win, really.
I think overall, like, Sony have really addressed a lot of the issues. Like, it's nice to see they were paying attention.
Yeah.
And
Yes, definitely.
clearly they
from
couldn't
the
go
developer's point of
after
view.
yourself.
Sorry, not to talk over you there.
Yeah.
From the developer's point of view, like the new way that they're, the new system that they've got actually means it'll be easier for the developers to work on.
Yeah.
So we shouldn't have a repeat of the Skyrim DLC.
Oh, God! That debacle.
A
That's
lot
not-
of
That
PlayStation
joke.
content in general.
Yeah, it's not
Like-
not what they wanted to send the old one off with.
No, it wasn't the best swan song for it. Really.
Yeah, well, I think the main swan song for PS3 is going to be Last of Us, and it's going to also be... Because apparently, you know that Quantic Dream project, Beyond Two Souls? Apparently it's going to be in PS3 in October. So it's actually a PS3 title, not a PS4, from what I've heard.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the real swan song, which will be a good send-off, to be
I
fair.
think we'll probably find out more about where the break's going to be when they announce release dates
Yeah.
and when more information comes out about it.
I'm expecting around November, to be honest. And the other thing as well about release, which is a good point, there's been no price point set yet
Yeah.
either, which is a bit worrying. But
But rumours are going around that it's between $400 and $500 because I think they're saying
Yeah.
that they're going to release this one for actually cheaper than the PlayStation 3 was when it came out.
yeah, definitely, they want to get. They've said they want to get competitive with Nintendo on pricing, and the Wii U Premium is about £280. So
So they've got to be
talk-
about there.
you're talking about possibly 300, 350, maybe
Well,
at the most. If
like-
they're dreaming, I know, but I don't
No,
think that's going to
But
happen.
they're clearly going to bring out like multiple consoles, aren't they?
Oh yeah, there'll be
So-
multiple versions, definitely.
Yeah.
That goes without saying. Like,
Well, it's alright, you don't need that spare kidney. So.
yeah, I'll be selling
So what do
kidney,
you
I think.
think?
Like, it'll be fine. Like, we've got months to save up for this. It's cool, it's fine.
There's Marty.
And I think we'll have a Marty with us very soon.
Yeah, like my guess is £400.
Yeah, 400 at the most.
I would
I
say
think.
400 is probably about
400
right.
seems about
Yeah.
average these
Because, like,
days.
Yeah,
the PlayStation
definitely.
3 was about 400, wasn't it? So
They said they'll
they have-
425.
Yeah, they have also confirmed that the price range for the games is going to be at $60.
No.
So it's the same as what's available at the moment. Like, so it's not going to be like paying $100. Well, you know, obviously $100 for a game because it's on the PlayStation 4 now. It's going to stay the same.
So that's good.
That is a good thing.
And
Very
the other
good.
thing I've heard as well, that apparently the rumour that was going around about that they were basically making it so you couldn't trade in games is literally just a rumour.
Yeah.
It is. They have actually addressed that it
better
will be
be.
able to. We will be able to trade in games and like use games on multiple consoles, which is a very, very good thing.
I was going
believe.
to say, like, if you're going to go to all the trouble of going, you know, we're going to put this share function in so everyone can share it, but you can't lend your mates your games.
Yeah, that's
That's
bullshit.
kind of,
Retarded.
I mean,
that's kind of backwards.
I've actually heard the strong rumour actually about the next Xbox, which is apparently called Infinity, according to an EA leak. But anyway, apparently they're rumoured that they've said there's a strong rumour that the new Xbox won't be able to do that. They actually will have a locked game feature where it will, like, you have to be online all the
So-
time to play it.
So rather than the PlayStation 4 approach is like, you know, skimming the edge of sort of becoming a sort of PC, what Xbox are doing is sort of actually going, fuck it, we'll just make a PC console.
And we have Marty here, folks. He's here. Careful of the camera, dude. Careful of the camera.
Oh god, I deserve everything that is happening.
Yeah, we're actually recording for the big debate for the blog. So, yeah.
PlayStation 4.
Yeah, PlayStation 4. We're talking about that at the moment, yeah.
It has an extra number on the end.
That's the most
Well done,
exciting
Marty.
evidence ever.
Finish rustling, and I know you refuse, that's the problem.
You refuse everything.
He pretty much does.
Bring
so.
your wickle face here and sit down.
Never, you can't reach me coming in.
But yeah, anyway, what we're saying, yeah, the PS4. Where did we get to now? I've actually gone.
I don't know, let's talk about the graphics.
You're
Graphics
discussing
card,
trade
the
in, but
new
yeah.
graphics processor.
Yeah, all they're saying is
They put-
supercharged PC, and I'm like,
Time considerably.
See, I'm
and
thinking,
I'm like,
One more game, I'll play League of Legends. How the f is it 9?
I'm thinking
Hey, the
that
shop
this
from
might be
Berserker's
really
really
good.
good.
Like,
Fuck!
for the spectacle fighters that seem to be coming back out again now.
oh yeah, Devil May Cry, yeah.
Yeah,
More on that later.
but the fact that it's now going to have a more PC-like graphics processing unit to
And
me
processor.
and processor suggests that you're going to see a higher frame rate.
Yeah, definitely.
So-
60 frames a second will be definitely a big thing on consoles
then-
now.
It might have enough room in it then, as you can increase frame rates, that you will be able to do it like later on in the life of the console.
Yeah, I mean, one interesting thing I actually read on Twitter, a lot of developers on Twitter were actually commenting on the RAM, saying, "Oh, nice, 8 gig of RAM." And to be fair, like, they didn't seem like they actually knew about it, so the tech demos and stuff they showed were actually probably with the less capabilities.
No, the tech demos were fucking useless.
They were useless to be fair, but if they didn't know about the 8 gig of RAM, then...
Yeah.
Blue!
Oh, no, not the tech demos, I mean the games and stuff.
Hey, I'm fucking 8 gig
No,
of RAM.
the demos of the game.
That's what I would have done.
Because the tech demos
Well,
were pretty abysmal.
Oh, no, I mean, the
What
tech
was the
demos
thing
meant the
with
games as
Million?
well, though. That's
Yeah,
what I meant.
well,
Those were
making
the
a game or
demos of the
something,
game.
it was like, what
Like,
fuck's
the
on
tech
here?
demos were... the
Yeah, I
habits
got,
and
I did
The
get
light
confused.
bulbs
I did get my
Yeah.
And
terminology
the
confused
rain
then,
of-
sorry.
The
Yeah.
rain of blue cubes,
Yeah.
which was a million.
Yeah.
Was it a million things?
Viagra falling from the
A
sky.
million
Whatever,
objects
right.
on the screen.
Yeah, they haven't seen that before.
Yeah, you can go on YouTube and find fucking images of a million objects from years ago, and the thing was, they didn't bother to change the size, change the objects, or change the colours. And the
Or
backgrounds...
even the shape or anything.
Yeah.
They were just a million identical.
Yeah.
I mean, for context, there was
backgrounds
a
look
Sony
terrible.
advert that did that,
Yeah.
like, years ago.
I think Martin here has just raised the best point ever.
Silent!
No! First time he's ever fucking quiet. His literal reaction was, I really don't care about the PS4.
Well, that's the thing is, like, as somebody who came up with the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, and then jumped to the Xbox, like,
You came up with it. You invented it.
No, like...
yes, he did.
It was brought up with,
You were brought
maybe.
up, yeah.
Yeah, but
We know what you mean.
like I honestly think that Sony have done enough to get my interest back, and that was the big problem with the PlayStation 3 was that most people went over to the Xbox.
Yeah.
Like, and honestly, as an Xbox gamer, I'm willing to give it another chance and jump back ship to the PlayStation. Although I think most people this generation are going to try and get both of them. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm going to wait and see what Microsoft
Oh,
are going
yeah.
to come out with.
Oh, definitely. Apparently, the rumour is that the conference will be in April, so... And it's a pretty strong rumour, so...
I kind of hope that it's going to be later in the year because I'd like to see Microsoft have enough time to address a lot of the issues.
Yeah, true, but the thing is, I think if I've got a console, that's pretty much set what it's going to be now, so there's not really much they can change.
The thing about the Microsoft conference is, like, I'm worried that if it comes out in April, they're not going to give you any technical specs if it's
Oh,
lower
no,
than
I mean, the conference
PlayStation.
is in April. Like,
Yeah.
it's coming out in April.
No, I know, but like that's what I'm saying is like they won't give you any technical specs if the PlayStation's come out and said, yeah, we've got the more powerful machine. Then they'll just be like, well, we're not going to give you any specs, but here's a picture of the Xbox. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be the complete opposite.
yeah.
True, actually.
Look how pretty our console's going to be.
Yeah.
Look how pretty
Can we
it
have a
is.
look at what the games are going to look like? No! Have a look at the console!
Yeah.
This is it. Just 2 hours of looking at the console design.
We're not going to tell you what it can do.
We're not going to tell you what's going to come out on it.
But
And,
look at it. Look at it.
Here's a nice pre-rendered 1,000,001 object demo.
And
Yeah,
they're green instead of blue!
A whole extra object on screen.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Find it.
shit.
If you can find which object is the extra object, we'll give you a free Xbox.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Sorry, say that again,
I'd
Mark.
like that.
Yeah.
Still, like, I suppose we covered most of the Xbox issues. Then, like, I mean, we covered streaming, we covered the processor, covered the history. Covered
Yeah,
everything.
I think the big selling point for me though was the fact you can actually stream. I mean, like from PS4 to your mobile device, like PS4 games on your phone or tablet,
Or
or
the
whatever,
Vita.
or to the Vita. Please buy a Vita.
Please
Vita
buy
will have a purpose.
It actually has a purpose now.
Like the
And like,
ability.
that was coming from someone who had the PSP.
Also,
Vita's
thinking
got
about it
nothing
though, like again, like
Yeah.
I heard, like eventually, not only will in the future, not only will you be able to stream games onto your Vita, but you also will then be able to take the Vita away from the console
Yeah.
and play PS4 games on the go.
That's why I really like it. That's a big selling point for
Like
me.
that's pretty cool.
That is pretty
Because I mean, for someone like me, you know, I work pretty far, and getting to work is a pain in the ass. I don't get time to myself much, you know. For me, that is a big
I
selling
imagine
point.
it'll probably like eat the battery of the Vita.
Like,
I reckon
oh,
like,
yeah.
like an hour at most, but still, it's pretty
But will
cool.
that
Any
be-
device, to be fair.
Will that be a problem then, that you can only do it if you've got Wi-Fi?
Well, yeah, like,
Well, yeah, it's going to
If
be
you-
online. Not
so,
my thing.
you know, if it's the case of you're spending, 2 hours on a bus getting to work, it's still not an advantage for you.
Also, you've got to think as well. Like, okay, it'll be a Wi-Fi thing. So what if you're on the go and all of a sudden you hit a bad area, boom, your gaming's gone. By the way, all that progress you made has now disappeared.
Yeah.
That would kind of suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only kind of suck.
Well,
Not totally
no,
suck.
no,
Just kinda
gamers
suck.
are used to
I
this.
got all these achievements and got past this really
That
evil
boss I've been
boss.
stuck
No,
on
like
for
that's
days.
just a part of gaming that you just have to accept. Like
It's just part of PS gaming.
No, all gaming. Like at
Any
some
gaming.
point, you will lose save games, you will lose progress. It just happens.
I remember hearing a story from my friend back at school. He's playing House of the Dead 2 on his Dreamcast, got to the last boss, defeated it, and before it could save, he had a power cut.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And he just went mental. It's like, it's that kind of situation, really.
But yeah, so the PS4, like the RAM and all of its specs and all that are going to be pretty cool, like for the time being, but in the future,
Yeah.
maybe not so much. So the PS4, like I've got sort of hopes for it.
I do too, but I mean, I think I need to see a lot more to be properly sold on it, but I'm very cautiously optimistic for the moment.
Yeah, like
Definitely.
Like I think we can all agree that we're gonna reserve judgment until we see what Xbox can bring to the table.
Yeah, plus
See
there'll
what
be...
else Sony's going to come out with
Yeah.
later on.
Plus there'll be E3 as well, you know, E3 is going to be the big one where they reveal all the games, and it's like, this is what's coming out, it's going to be a massive battle between...
Yeah, like E3 is when it's basically going to get decided, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, it's going to be
Yeah.
a massive battle. I think Nintendo are pretty much out of the picture at this point now, to be fair. I think the Wii U is completely inferior technologically wise, and it's going to feel a bit lost in the dust, I think. I really do.
How they're still producing Wii U's is beyond me, because I mean, like, previous consoles just bought the dust.
Well, there's always a market
Wii was amazing, to be fair.
I mean, for casual gamers, there's always a market for that kind of thing. Granted, a market that's kind of been handed over to like smartphones now.
But if you think about if it's not a smartphone, then there's the Facebook games and there's app stores.
I reckon there's
more
still
people have tablets now.
Yeah,
I
tablet
reckon
gaming and mobile device gaming is a big thing now. It's pretty massive.
I reckon people will still buy the Wii U. I doubt that we'll see another Nintendo console.
That'd be kind of sad. Like all the games consoles from my youth are sort of
Disappearing, yeah.
like
it was Sega for
vanishing
me.
now. It was Sega went and
Yeah.
Nintendo's they're really lagging behind, which is the problem Sega had when they were sort of on the way out.
Yeah, to be fair, I don't think that Wii U's a bad console as such, but I just think it's the fact it's so technologically inferior compared to these consoles now. We're going to have the same situation as the Wii had. You know, like, the games are the technology's too inferior, and it's so different to normal consoles, the devs won't be bothered to invest their time and effort into creating unique concepts.
On the other hand, though, it being completely different from the other two, is both its weakness and its strength.
Exactly.
So
But that begs the question, like, I mean, obviously we've completely skipped over the PlayStation Move aspects, because...
Move, I'm not...
There's another thing on the top of the console!
It's glowy!
Like, obviously Microsoft are bringing out the new Xbox with integrated Kinect. So that's basically going to kill off any uniqueness that the Wii has. Like, and the same goes for the PlayStation bringing it out with their Move.
Maybe the Move will actually, work this time.
Yeah, well,
Maybe the
obviously
Kinect will actually work
Nah,
this time.
to be fair,
The Kinect
Move was
wasn't
alright.
bad. All things considered, the
Yeah.
Kinect wasn't terrible.
I just
It's
think
just you can never look cool doing that kind of game because
Yeah.
it involves a lot of flailing.
No, I think the thing...
to
Pretty
be
bad.
fair, flailing, in various different modes, always beats wanking, wanking or wanking with the Wii.
It's just...
Exactly.
Or with the Move, with the Move and the Wii is wanking, or wanking. But with the Kinect, it's different. You can look like a wanker without wanking.
Genius. Now, to be fair though, I have to agree the Kinect was a good idea, but I think the technology was just too ahead of its time.
Well, it's
You
kind
know,
of like the
it's
whole
more of a
3D
sense
thing,
of-
though.
Like, the number of times you see the Kinect being adapted to other platforms.
Oh
Like,
yeah, exactly. That's being adapted though. You know what I mean?
No, but the Kinect has been used fucking everywhere. Like, search and rescue robots all over the place are using Kinect because it is good enough to use.
Yeah, and it's obviously
That's true.
so
To be
easy
fair, I
to
didn't take that into
control.
consideration.
Yeah,
And
you don't
it's
see
easy
it.
enough to hack into because
Yeah.
the Linux boys did it in the day after it came out.
Yeah, and you don't see the PlayStation Move doing that. You don't see the Wii doing anything remotely like that.
See, you gotta hand it to the Xbox for daring to sort of step foot into a new uncharted territory.
I think they pretty much hit the nail right on the head, because the whole point of this, having cameras in your consoles, was to get rid of the controller, and they jumped right in there and got rid of it straight away.
I think the problem was a lot of the stuff that came out for the Kinect was more like Wii games.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see some of the developers bringing out more serious games that you can play on the Kinect. You know, like trying different things, not just different versions of jumping up and down.
Yeah, like there really is only two uses for the Kinect in terms of gaming, and that was the Dance Dance stuff and like the Fruit Ninja type stuff.
Yeah, you got Fruit Ninja type, but
like arcade games.
Yeah.
You've got like dancing and sort of exercise games.
Got to remember those dance games.
Yeah,
you beating.
I beat Lolly at the.
That was amazing. The shake. Come on, that
Dance Revolution, was it?
I can't. No, not Dance Revolution.
Was it Dance Stage?
Just Dance. I think.
Just Dance 3 was the one we all joined in. It was the other one.
Was that the
Let's
one with
Dance or something? I can't remember now.
Flipping. Oh, what was the song? Barbara Streisand.
Something like that.
All we heard the whole time we was there was Barbara Streisand.
Good old Game Fest memories.
But yeah, it Dance something 2. Something Dance 2.
Dance Magic Dance.
Something Dance sequel number.
Dark Side.
something dance number.
But yeah, there we go. So there we go. That was the PS4.
Yeah, next up, I'd like to bring something that might be a bit personal to me, but for me being the fanboy I am, Square Enix have bought a new trademark in the form of Deus Ex Human Defiance.
Yes, I have still yet to have a go really at Deus Ex.
Like, I had Deus Ex, like the new one, and I found it a bit monotonous. Like,
I loved it, to be fair.
No,
you make love to it.
I pretty much do.
Like, it was okay from certain aspects, but like I just found myself running around levels, beating people up, and just having no consequences to any of the actions. Like you could, like in theory, there were like the diverging paths and things to it, but ultimately you could just shoot your way through every single level. There was no consequences to it, and like every time I just found myself running up to people to try and use the cool executions, and that was about it.
Yeah, to be fair, like in that sense, there wasn't much consequence, but I think it was more in the actual way approach the story more than the actual gameplay.
Even the story wasn't that original. Like.
Well, it wasn't really anything original. I mean, the first game's story is nothing original. It's just a silly combination of all the biggest conspiracy theories.
I was willing to give it. Like a try because I was a fan of the first Deus Ex, right?
But amazing, best game ever at the end.
Yeah, I admit that was one of the best games of all time. It dated horribly, but it was at the time one of the best games ever. The problem I had with the new Deus Ex is there was, at the very beginning, there's a mission where you go into a police station. Now, I killed damn near every single policeman and every single person in this building, walked out the front door and had no consequences. And not a single one. And that instantly broke it for me.
Yeah, I can understand that one.
Yeah. Like, it's just ridiculous. I mean, it's shiny, it's nice, but it's very repetitive, and it's not as diverse as it should be.
I mean, I loved it purely for the fact that I was a massive I'm a massive Deus Ex fan, and that's quite easily, from a fan perspective, like there's a lot in it that really ooze the atmosphere and essence of the original. So, I mean, compared to the sequel, Invisible War as well, which was a load of crap, a disaster.
Well,
you know, this was a lot of massive step up.
So.
Yeah, the Invisible War, don't even bother with it. It's just a piss poor attempt. Definitely really, really terrible.
I think the biggest problem I have with the Deus Ex franchise is, at the time, it was revolutionary. No other game was doing what it was doing.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And it completely blew me away with the amount of options that you had to it. But
oh yeah, I think most games don't even mean that to this day.
Nowadays, no, it's not unique. It's completely lost that originality to it.
Like it changed the way the face of gaming. But the problem was because it changed the face of gaming, so it changed everything. So that became the norm.
Well, yeah, basically, I would agree with that. I mean, you think about any sandbox game ever, and you've got more choices than you have in Deus Ex, basically. because it affects the world around you more than it does in the Deus Ex game, because it's still a linear pathfinding game. It's not an open sandbox yet.
Yeah, true. We're not going to change my mind on Deus Ex, though. But yeah, speaking about the new Human Defiance, I wonder what it's actually going to be. I mean, are we talking in proper full-blown sequel, or something along those lines?
Well, if it was an announcement big enough to sort of mention at the PS4 conference, then I would assume...
It wasn't.
It wasn't mentioned at the PS4 conference. It's just that it's come.
No.
Now it's come up. There's actually a report that Square Enix have actually bought a new trademark called Human Defiance.
Basically, IGN was speculating that it's either a new game or a new movie, because there's been talk about the movie for a while. But if it's just like a portable version, it would make sense, because it would be Human Defiance or HD, you know. So could be just like making it a small game.
I did hear a rumour that it actually might. Funnily enough, we speak about this just, but rumour is it might actually be a port to the Wii U.
Yeah.
Which in a way, I don't see that being commercially viable. But
the big thing about the Wii U was being in HD.
Could be.
That was seriously the selling point of the Wii U. Was in
I mean, the whole naming.
Oh, well done, didn't it?
I mean, the whole name conventions. The whole name conventions to me sound more like a sequel to me, though. But I'm urged to get my hopes up.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I mean, obviously, it's been a fucking long time coming, and the amount of respect that it did manage to garnish would clearly put it in line for a sequel.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like, I do see it being a sequel myself. That's probably me getting my hopes up. But then they've got other projects. I mean, they're meant to be doing Thief 4 as well.
What?
And they actually are working on Thief 4.
Did he feel suddenly interested again?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, they
stealth game, real stealth game.
Thing is, they. Yeah, thing.
Oh yeah, that's
Square. It's
conviction.
No, it's not. It's the
I'm Garrett. I have a Buster Sword.
Martin's the studio that made Deus Ex Human Revolution, so I think you.
So it won't be real stealth then.
Nah, to be fair, like, I mean, I think it's got a chance of being amazing, but the thing is that was announced around the same time as Deus Ex Human Revolution, and nothing's been heard since, except for a logo. So,
wow, logo.
They're working on it.
Like
on the logo?
Bullet time.
They're working on it.
Diablo 3 is apparently actually going to be released now.
Yeah, I know, it's already, like, out on the PC, isn't it?
We take a minute
No, not FIFA.
No, Diablo 3.
Oh, Diablo 3, yeah.
We were talking about, like, just releasing logos and stuff like that.
Exactly, yeah. I mean...
The website for Diablo 3 was up for about 8 years. So, with all the character concepts on it, like, the whole time.
The only other two games that I can think that were like that are Duke Nukem Forever and Aliens Colonial Marines.
And we know how that ended.
We don't have
like, any game that has a 6-year game cycle plus goes through multiple developers is not going to end up.
It ends up.
I really hope not.
Dacatana! Fucking Tana! Fucking John Romero.
It's going to be the best game ever, honest.
John Romero is going to make you his bitch.
Yeah, okay, that turned out. He's a bitch.
Yeah, basically.
Right. But yeah,
there was a couple of other things. Like, there was one that I saw where I think PlayStation are releasing a Trials game ripoff.
Really?
It's either going to be the same. I'm not entirely sure. It's something very, very similar, like it that you're a 2D game, like just riding your bike along. The only difference is that you perform stunts and things while you're doing backflips and things like that. That's the only difference I've seen. And that is shinier HD graphics, like, and that's about it.
So
EA have revealed a plan for the new Command Conquer. It's going to be online and free to play.
Yeah. Oh, god damn it.
Online and free to play.
Yeah, it's a free to play format. Basically, what they're going to do is the whole microtransaction format they're going for. They're going to do that.
Oh no, not microtransactions.
Yeah, that plan puts me off.
That is not free. I'm sorry, but if you put microtransactions in a game, that is not free to play.
Yeah,
that is true.
Fucking EA turned around and said that they're putting microtransactions in fucking everything, and the best quote I saw was, "It's as if EA want to be hated by everybody."
Yeah,
pretty much. That's pretty much it.
So instead of having pay to play, you've got pay to win.
Yeah, basically.
Pretty much.
That's how it's going through a lot of games.
Or you could even argue it's like pay to play anything worthwhile in this game.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Well, I hope it doesn't end up like that. But the main issue that bothers me as well is the fact it's mainly a multiplayer focus. There's no campaign on launch, and there'll be campaign added later. But
you see, that just defies logic. Like from the very beginning of gaming and my instincts and rationale as a gamer, even Battlefield 3 and Modern Warfare 3, they had a brief campaign mode. Yes, all the campaign mode really was to train you for the multiplayer, but it was there from the beginning.
Well, I enjoy playing those storylines, but it seems as like part of this trend just to get rid of co-op on games. You know what I mean? Like we're playing at the moment. This is a dying art form that you can play multiplayer in the same room.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it does have co-op where you can play with other players against AI in the co-op mode, but that's not like a proper story.
No, that's different.
And there's also you can play against our own skirmish and stuff, but it's missing the whole campaign aspect, which I don't like. What I do like, however, is, I mean, the whole idea concept is that Command Conquer from now on is going to be just this format, apparently, from now on. But apparently the idea I like is that apparently they're going to have the Tiberium and Red Alert universes later.
So it's just going to be this thing that they're just going to mess with.
So now we've invented the concept of MMORTS.
Actually, pretty much, that's pretty much a good way to put it.
Yeah, didn't the company behind CNC actually go under?
Basically, originally Westwood Studios made Command Conquer.
Yes.
And EA closed them down for some reason because they didn't meet the quality standards. So EA took over, did it. And
they didn't make enough
Isn't
money.
that what we loved about Command and Conquer? The complete and total lack of quality.
Yeah.
No, well, I thought it was always good quality, to be honest. It was just cheesy and B-movie-esque and very outlandish and out there.
That was the fun of it.
Exactly, that's what I loved, and that's what we all loved. But then EA took over, made it a bit weird. Admittedly, the first Command & Conquer game EA made was Generals, which was in its own right quite good.
That was the best one in the series by my...
I prefer Red Alert 2 myself, but that was good. That was a good Command & Conquer, and then...
it was a good idea, it was a good concept.
3 and Kane's Wrath were quite good, because it brought back the classic gameplay, which you all loved, and then after that, 4 was just no, forget it. It was an absolute disaster.
You love 4, don't you, Marty?
He's not even thinking
if
of
you could see a look via audio, can you feel the rage? Can you feel
I'm surprised the look's not breaking the camera alone.
Hey Marty, you're playing yellow, aren't you?
I are the yellow.
Did you change your bike?
No, I did not. This is where I'm getting the problem. I can't go very fast.
No, I changed it to the 250.
Yes.
Yeah, we're just playing a bit of Trials Evolution. Good game. Check it out if you haven't already.
Oh, that was the spy.
That's Command & Conquer. I mean, I'm not sure I like the format it's in. I'd prefer a nice boxed copy, to be honest, but we'll see how it goes.
Well,
an actual campaign would be nice.
That
but
also ties into PlayStation 4, where they were saying that 100% of the games are going to be available online at launch of the game. Just not every game's going to be on disc.
Yeah.
So what do you want boxes for? Everything's going to digitised.
Yeah, I miss having a nice CD and a manual. Yeah, manuals as well. What happens that? You just have a massive novel to read.
You can download your manual on your Kindle for your PS4 game.
God damn it.
I shouldn't joke about that. It's probably going to happen.
It's what wiki guides were invented for.
That's what
PDF files.
Yeah, PDF and Wikipedia, that is your gaming manual now.
God damn it. Anyway, moving on.
I was winning!
Because not really much to say about Command & God damn it.
What?
There's not much to say about Command & Conquer now, to be fair, because it's on the fence, to be fair.
The only other one, really big one that came out in February was Aliens Colonial Marines.
And we all know how that... Yeah, thanks for mentioning that, actually. I almost forgot.
We tried to forget, damn it.
Yeah,
we tried.
I mean, I saw the E3 trailer in 2011.
Bullshit. That was
complete bullshit.
That was a total bait and switch, that one was.
I mean, I even convinced Marty to try and get it, and I feel bad for that. I think how bad it was.
Yeah, just go online and check out the screen caps from the trailer versus the actual gameplay. They're two different games.
Yeah, I mean, Gearbox shifted that around to about 3 or 4 different other developers. It was meant to be their game they made, meant to be their dream project, and here we are with a game that's not even really their own game with their name on it.
With the best Easter eggs ever.
Yeah, Easter eggs are better than the actual fucking game. That's how bad it is.
Giant donuts.
And Spaceballs ones as well. The Spaceballs Easter egg.
What was it? Also, I heard that Hicks is in this game, and apparently he died in the movie, and they just give a quick one-liner to throw away of that.
Oh, that's who he is.
There's a Hex.
That sounds like
Hicks,
bullshit, to be fair.
Of course it's bullshit. is.
Like,
Bit of a spoiler, but who gives a shit? It's a crap game.
Like, no one cares about that game.
Like, the best quote I heard about it was, I think it was Yahtzee. He basically said, yeah, you're basically playing fan fiction where they bring back their favourite character and make them look awesome, regardless of the storyline.
Actually, yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's a ridiculous the way I've done that. I don't know how the fuck they... Why? No.
Yeah.
Goddamn, just broke. I mean, you spend half the game fighting humans in a fucking alien game. The keywords are meant to be in the fucking title, aliens, you know.
Well, Colonial Marines are in there too.
Yeah, but this is the corporation we've been talking about, not the Colonial Marines.
Colonial Corporation Marines with optional aliens.
And technically
And
that
donuts.
means, like, Colonial and Marines means there's twice as much human as alien.
God, that's not the point. It's fucked up.
Yeah, exactly. You're playing as the Marines, there's Colonials,
Yeah.
and the may or may
And
not
to
be
be fair-
aliens.
Well, it feels more like a fucking colonic, but you know.
Colonic Marines.
Colonic Marines, there we go. Aliens, colonic Marines.
Actually, yeah, is it aliens plural or just alien?
Plural.
Yeah, it's aliens, yeah.
Yeah, 'cause it's
Was
the-
it after the second? It was
Yeah.
set after the second
Yeah,
film, wasn't it?
immediately
Yeah.
after the
Well,
second
14
film.
days or
It
something
would be
stupid.
aliens.
The
yeah.
the 14 days
Seven.
pisses me off more than anything else about that because A, you don't have enough humans on the planet to breed that many aliens, and B, you don't have enough time to breed that much diversity into the alien race. Like, those are the two biggest fucking things that I heard pre-launch that put me straight off that title.
It was just because, like, they had the aliens title and just wanted to sort of mess with it. It was like, yeah, that'd be cool, that'd be cool, that'd be cool, without actually without putting any actual sort of thought into it.
Like, I think the whole point of this is, like, Gearbox should not be trusted with licenses that they didn't create.
Their own games they're good at, but anything else that's another license from another company is definitely...
Especially
Should
if
not
it's
be given to
over,
them.
Like,
No,
you know what?
No, it's an exercise in do not outsource.
You know what
Yes.
also helped?
Especially after you say how much you want to make the game in the first
Yeah.
place.
It's a dream project. Here, have it. You have it. You have it. We don't want it. We want to
Right,
make
you do
Borderlands
this
2.
bit, you
Yeah.
do that bit, and we'll just put our name on it at the end.
Like,
How
it would
about that?
also help if you actually, like, saw the films.
Yeah, if you knew something about the universe.
If you knew something
Yeah.
about the universe other than nothing, like, that would also help.
Pretty much.
Like, I fear,
What it seems like.
yeah, I fear for anyone who's come into the Aliens franchise,
At this point.
yeah, using that game as a jumping on point.
Yeah.
Because quite frankly, it's like this, it's been said before, the Aliens franchise has gotten old. Like, I mean, this isn't the first time the franchise has been fucked over severely, but
Oh, yeah, totally. Totally. I mean, what was the last time in games or anything it was fucked over? I can't even remember now.
there was the AVP series.
Yeah, the movies. Ugh.
Yeah.
The games were good. The games were good.
Like, honestly, after the third Aliens film, they've basically lost the plot, and that was released back in, like, 1890 or something stupid.
1890.
Yeah.
Black
It
and
was
white.
1897, I remember it well.
Yeah.
It was the day the DFS style started.
Exactly.
No, and that was 1497.
Oh, what's that in that corner? Oh my, isn't it? Sweet, strange alien thing.
I just thought what would happen if Matt Ward wrote.
Oh, Matt Ward wrote. Oh.
If Matt Ward.
Subhumans, sub-xenomorphs.
Yeah, we're good friends now. Yeah, high
Yeah, well,
No,
basically,
if Matt Ward wrote the Dawn of War games.
Oh.
Don't even say things like that.
Oh, I think it's
Oh, the Emperor's Fury.
yeah.
First thing, Blood Romans wouldn't exist.
No,
Good
like,
time.
I
Yeah,
was
there's,
just,
there's only Ultramarines.
I was
Only
just thinking
Ultramarines.
about
Why is
that
it
in context.
Ultramarines?
Like, you know, the
Mission: Kill
Predators-
Blood Angels.
Predators would just spend all their time sitting around looking at art galleries.
True story.
No, sorry, Mission: Kill Sisters of Battle for your armor.
Yeah, let's kill the good guys.
Yeah, let's kill the awesome
Hang
one.
on, no, don't forget, we're also pretending the Sisters of Battle don't exist.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They don't exist, they're girls. Girls don't exist.
We
in
let
the
them have
Warhammer
some
universe.
articles in White Dwarf, and that was it. They're not allowed a codex.
Weren't we talking about PlayStation?
Yes, we were.
Yeah, we like to go off
You were
topic.
talking about tabletop gaming when I was around.
We like to.
I don't understand
go-
it.
We'll
doesn't
talk
have any
about
dice.
dice next time.
Dice! Dice
Blood
like
Bowl
dice.
has dice.
Blood Bowl does have dice.
Bubbles.
There's some Battlefleet Gothic dice.
Anyway, I think we talked about everything that's happened in the month. What about what we played? what we've been playing. Sorry, I kind of lost there.
But you lost your stutter.
I lost my stutter. Yeah,
I
totally.
lost my stutter.
It's getting pretty late. Game first.
Game first.
Bit of an in-joke there, but anyway.
I don't think it's getting late. I think it's getting early.
Yeah, that's
the ships. Bring back his body.
Yes, if we play Battlefield Gothic, I will let you quote Flash Gordon all day long.
Bros, I've got the CD. I have the CD.
Of
Do we
course,
only
it's
have
free.
14 hours to save mankind?
I've got 14 hours to play this tabletop game.
So yeah, what's everyone been playing anyway?
Blood Bowl?
Hey, Blood Bowl, good game.
Yeah.
We're actually thinking about starting a tournament, aren't we, or something on that?
Yeah.
Yes, we need a
That's
tournament.
Is someone going to teach me how to play first?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be in for PC, so
Yes,
yeah.
and at the same time, no.
No,
Oh, gee, thanks, guys.
There is different methods of playing depending on what team you're going to pick.
It's really
You
easy
teach
to
me,
get
you
into.
play elves.
Yeah, it's
I
really
don't
easy
play
to get
Dark
into.
Elves instead. They're technically different because they're
Like-
more an aggressive
No,
elf.
there's only 6 things you
How can
need
you
to know
aggressive?
about Blood Bowl, and the rest are tactics. Like, and that's the dice rolls.
Yeah, it's thinking.
Yeah,
I
seriously.
don't like
Yes.
thinking.
It's a very
Well-
tactical game.
Yeah.
Oh, in that case, then plays orcs.
Yeah, orcs
forward.
for me,
I
there we
never
go.
plays orcs.
No, I can recommend the goblins.
There is
No.
only seriously.
No.
No, I know
to-
what the races are on Blood Bowl. There's
Yeah.
only seriously one race I'm going to play on that, and that's going to be the Dark Elves.
Yeah, and to be
No,
fair,
the
they're-
Lizardmen are also there.
Dark
Oh,
Yeah,
Elves.
the
the
Lizardmen.
Lizardmen are
Dark
actually
Elves are
alright
one
because
of
they're
the best
actually...
races.
Actually, I'll probably play the Lizardmen because they've got the small little skinks for speed. And
No.
they've got the
The big
big
heavy
Lizardmen
hitters.
who'll punch you in the face.
To be fair, for a
Sort
new
of is.
for a new
Punch
Don't kick that
face.
M.
yeah, for a newcomer to the game, the Lizardmen would be better because they've got more
That's what I
endurance than Dark Elves.
That's what I'm saying,
But at the
Lizardmen,
same time,
they've got
Dark
skinks
Elves.
for riding and Lizardmen for
Yeah.
punching face.
But the Dark Elves are really good as well. Like the only
I know
thing
that.
the only thing I hate about the Dark Elves is that you can't pass for shit. Like
They
that's
should be
about.
able to, they're agility law.
No, they've basically the Wood Elves. If you got rid of
If
the
you gave them
passer and the
armor.
catcher,
Oh.
like that's it. They're more or less identical. But
In
the,
fair, any team in Blood Bowl is quite good
We-
except the halfling
actually-
and ogres.
no, I found
Fudge the halfling.
I found some really good tutorials and things that show you all the different teams. And what was it? The Amazons. Have you seen the stats on the Amazon?
I have.
They're
got
fucking
them.
pathetic. Like they're all identical and they're all below average.
Oh yeah, you've also got the Amazons as well. They're the
Ah.
booby ones.
What, Amazon?
But-
Why?
But they all have dodge.
Because they come from
Yeah.
Asteria.
They
they're
all
the
have
females
dodge,
from
but
Asteria.
dodge is fucking useless. Like
Dodge
you
is
may as well.
useless.
No,
Dodge is useless when
No,
all
you
your
may as
stats
well.
are 3.
yeah, like you may as well have fucking block on all your characters, which is from the Norsemen.
Are you red, Rick?
No. Yes. Yes.
Are you until Baylight finishes off and you still whoop everyone's ass?
Hang on, what
Even
took-
though I
I'm so
completely
confused about what
did,
we're
I did
doing.
not know you took them off. So like
Yeah.
the first race, I gave myself like
Yeah, just
3 or
to
4 more faults.
just to let you guys know, Rick
Um,
likes to cheat at trials.
There's
I
a really
don't
good
cheat.
website
I use the game's flaws to my
called
advantage.
TGS Blood Bowl, which
That's
has
called
lots of
cheating or
tutorials by
exploits.
Some really good
It's
people.
exploiting the game, not
Um,
cheating.
It's
Not
Kevin's
bending the
technically
game.
cheating.
No, it's not. I'm bending.
Chris,
I'm not
a good
bending
introduction
the
to the
structure of the game.
Blood Bowl.
So you're
would be
saying
that
you're
one
a
that we
bender?
saw. Remember the
No,
very
I'm
first
saying
video
I'm
we
not a
filmed,
bender.
so if we watch that
We-
again, because that was
yeah.
really quite
Good
funny in
call.
a way.
There are a lot of really good videos out there for Blood Bowl. Like, but this is the one that I'd recommend because this is the one that inspired the league, which is the TGS, which one Angry Joe Total Biscuit are doing, and they've put up loads of tutorials about the game, and they're all really long, really in depth, and they break down all the teams, show you all the stats, everything like that. There is one which is an introduction to each of the races, all their best stats, all their best attributes that show you all of the abilities, which is Les something or other on YouTube.
It's either that or he's lawful evil.
Yeah.
I can't quite tell.
And there's obviously the one which we found, but there's also a really funny highlight from Jesse Cox, who can't fucking play the game. So everybody had their first game. Jesse Cox ends up with like 4 players. He's never played the game before. And he, instead of putting up this hour-long game that he had, he just put up a 10-minute highlight reel, which I'll show you that has one really funny moment in it.
Yeah, that's worth checking out. So yeah, as for myself and I think Rick here mainly, we were playing Devil May Cry, the reboot.
Yes, we were playing. Ever played the?
Of course, Em's been playing as well, but you know, us two mainly. Because
You're not allowed to
It's
play
cool.
it.
I'm not here.
No.
That's cool.
No, the thing is, Em's played it,
I'm
but I
not
think
a
me,
gamer.
Rick and I are addicted to
We're
it.
giving you the sister battle treatment.
I have tits, therefore I don't exist.
No, what I'm saying is,
Quick
you
sacrifice
played it, but Rick and I are obsessed with it.
Nobody wants to
Try it
battle
and see who
human
ends up with
females.
bollocks
We want
left.
female power and female.
Okay. Let me rephrase.
Female Space Marines.
Let me rephrase that. Em, Rick, and me have been playing Devil May Cry this month, and yeah, it's pretty good.
Yes, it's.
I mean,
Betrayal!
Betrayal?
It's not a betrayal.
I like that. Yeah, it's like,
Fine.
oh yeah, we've been playing it this month. Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah, Rick's getting a bit.
Emote damage, man.
But yeah, you know, I think for a reboot,
I can taste that glare.
for a reboot, it is pretty good. To be fair, I think, and I've done quite a damn good job. I think I'll be saying more about like Devil May Cry in some sort of vlog in the future.
Chris,
but-
unpack that.
Like, for all the things that
No,
they
it adds
changed.
to the background noise.
Okay, how about tapping it?
Yeah, that too.
Chris, stop tapping
Leave
the
it
camera.
alone.
But I want to play with it. It's got shiny lights.
Play with it later.
Pass him an
Anyway.
Xbox controller.
Yeah, what are you going to
The
say
game-
about Devil May Cry? Sorry, Rick?
There.
Yeah, like what I was gonna say, like for all that they changed about Devil May Cry, like the core elements of the old,
Stop it. Of the old stop it.
Nah, Marty prattling around here.
all the elements of the older games are still in place.
Yeah, I agree, because I mean, it seems like they've actually changed a lot. It seems like they've changed a lot of the game, but like really, they haven't changed much at all. I think cosmetically and aesthetically, it's changed more than anything else, really, and the gameplay, obviously, the mechanics, but the actual
Yes, like
ethos.
things work. Like I'm actually playing the first game in the original series at the minute, and like the dodge just does not work for anything. Like seriously, like when your only defense is dodging and that fails,
It's when you're going from the super slick DMC going back to the very first, very Capcom-esque, shall we say,
Clunky
game. Yeah,
it's clunky, it's slow. The dodge button, you have to press about 3 buttons to dodge.
How do you deal with the utter betrayal of the character?
Well, I don't think it's a betrayal such. He has.
How is it?
Well,
Don't go from the original.
He turns round and says he has a pop at Dante, the original.
no, yeah,
Okay.
that was.
How is that
just,
not a betrayal of the original
that
game?
was a blatant piss in the face of everyone who.
Oh,
liked
you mean the
Golden
cutscene? Yeah, that was a bit of a piss take, the cutscene itself. I thought you meant the actual whole character design and the way they changed him. But
That too? But
I don't know, I think
I
because
did
this
not
is
see
a...
one slice of pizza.
yeah.
You do see pizza.
You do see a slice of pizza. It's
Damn it.
what you don't
Thought I'd
see
get away
because
with
of the slice. Yeah, it's what you don't see because of the slice of pizza that's important.
He's basically turned from a badass motherfucker into an
A
emo
12-year-old.
little twat.
Okay, this
No,
is the
I
one
would say
argument.
he's much more sympathetic as a character.
I think
He actually has a character
Okay,
and a
in-
story
Yeah.
arc.
in context of the story, though, I mean, like, with Dante, like, basically it starts off, he doesn't know his past, he doesn't know why the fuck loads of demons coming from hell to chase him, and he's a bit pissed off, so I think he's got all the reason to be a bit moody and pissed off. Then his brother comes along and then, like, tells shows him his roof, and it's like, oh shit, actually I need to mellow out. And then he's fine after that.
Okay, on top of that, the Devil May Cry games are pretty legendary for being absolutely rock solid.
Oh yeah, I agree, but
And
this one's a bit
one
easy.
is not.
It's not at
So-
all.
I mean, I admit I'm not that good at the game, but yeah, I'm still scoring
Like-
S ranks or triple S
Okay.
ranks all the time.
Yeah, what about the fact that, they've named it twice?
I think that's a bit weird, to be fair, but name of the game, name's not really a big issue, to be fair, for me.
And to be fair, it does help differentiate this Devil May Cry from
Devil
the
May Cry,
original Devil May Cry.
Exactly, otherwise it'd be like Devil May
Alright.
Cry, and everyone would be like, what?
Okay.
So the first one?
What do you think it does better than the original games?
Well,
Aesthetics are amazing.
oh yeah, aesthetically, it's incredible. The
The
level design,
is
Yeah.
very cool.
level design is
But-
some of the best level design I've seen in gaming in a very, very long time.
Yeah, but the original games always had really good level designs too.
I have to admit, and I hate to, I'll probably get killed and probably flamed by the fans, but I actually think the level design in this one's actually better than the originals.
Like,
There's
what
more
I would s-
diversity.
In
what I would-
diversity, I mean.
What I would say, comparing the older, comparing the first and the third game to this new one is this. Again, it's very sort of traditional Capcom, where the first one and the third one are all based on a single location, and you have to sort of work around and unravel the mysteries of the location, as if the location itself is a character that you sort of work with.
Well, I remember getting fucking stuck in the old Devil May Cry because the levels fucked me like that.
Yeah, like the.
Let's not forget the Devil May Cry where you go from the beginning to the bastard end and then back again.
Oh yeah, no, that's Devil May Cry 4. That wasn't good. Same with like Devil May Cry 2 had its good elements, but again, like it was just like Dante going from this location to this location, and there was no
linking.
I don't know. It just seemed like more of a generic brawler than it was a fun one. Don't get me wrong. It was cool to like with all the things they added. But again, they took away a lot.
It does kind of bring me back to my original point of, like, what have they added to this game to make it worth having as a reboot?
Like, the combat is a lot of fun. Once you get used to it, it's very fast-flowing and it is very cool.
There's sort of more ways that you can use it. Like, it's not just a case of smash buttons until they die. Like, I prefer aerial combat.
Aerial combat's good.
I will nearly always get everything into aerial combat, whereas, like Rick, on the other hand, tends to keep everything on the floor.
Yeah,
so,
I find I can get greater variation on the floor than I can.
There's a euphemism in there somewhere.
What do you mean? Does it?
But yeah,
there's more double entendres than I can count.
I think my perspective is this. I don't think anyone is really wrong in a way. It depends who you are and where you were in the series and what your view is.
Like, really,
I've never really been a massive fan of Devil May Cry originals, and I was never really so attached to them, so I can live with this reboot. But if you're a massive fan, like a really hardcore, die-hard fan, I mean, Rick is, to be fair, aren't you, Rick? But
I am a Devil May Cry, the old series, really, I grew up with it. If I were to do a top 10 of, game series, Devil May Cry would either be at the top or very, very close.
Although it would explain that chest tattoo.
Nonetheless.
Dante's bitch.
Thank you, Phil. Nonetheless, I can appreciate this game and just sort of take it for what it is.
And I think the fact that it is a reboot kind of means you do have to step away from the original series.
Yeah,
you have to judge it on its own. And
on its own merits.
I'd also say as well, if you played the demo level but not the full game, do not judge it on the demo level. Seriously,
it's the weakest level in the game.
Boring
definitely.
level, and possibly the most boring boss fight as well that comes with the demo. And it's
aside from the penultimate one.
The
penultimate one was worse.
All I'm saying is the nightclub level, one of the best levels in gaming, I think, in recent years.
That was a very fun
level. It is brilliant.
How does it stack up with the whole, being a prequel and yet having more technology than the original?
Well,
it's a complete reboot.
See, the thing is, on the one hand, it's good because you're taking it from the very beginning of the story. In Devil May Cry 3, the prequel to the old series, you pick up from Dante and Virgil already hate each other, and you have no idea why they fell out in the first place. If you read into it and research into it, you can kind of get an understanding, sort of, but again, it's not... You just start the game with them just having a scrap on the top of the tower, and you just have no idea why. They fight and they love to do it.
Yeah.
However, in this, each character has a kind of arc, and they have believable motivations and reasons why they change. It's not like
we're fine, we hate each other.
But so it's basically in the third one, the character interactions are sort of more epic. They're a lot cooler. But in this one, they go for a sort of more cinematic, sort of real inverted commas approach to things. The way I describe the difference of the two is this: the old Devil May Cry was very sort of Eastern, and the new Devil May Cry is very Western. Especially from the sort of the feeling and the sort of the very enemy you're fighting against is a very sort of westernized story. fighting the rich white man. Like,
Fight the power.
Fight the power, like, you know.
Yeah, because I do like the angle of taken with it, really. I mean, it's a new aesthetic for the series completely, and as you were saying, how it links to being a prequel, they've kind of like started the story again, so technically it's a reboot, but I can re-see Dante becoming the Dante we've seen in the original series.
Think of it like this, Chris, like, you've got Star Trek, like the original series of Star Trek, right, 1966?
Yeah.
Like, that would be the old Devil May Cry. The new Devil May Cry is like the 2009 movie. It's very, very good. Probably isn't as good as the old series was, but judging it on its own merits, it does kind of stand up.
Yeah. All right, that's fair enough. Like, I mean, obviously I haven't played it yet myself, and that's mostly based off of the absolute hatred I have for it. So, you know.
To be fair, it's really worth giving it a try before you play it, because I mean, I hate to like sound harsh, but I just hate people judging it just because it's aesthetics alone, really.
No, there's many, many reasons why I don't like it.
That's fair enough.
Like,
You just don't like that style of game.
Well, no, I do. But like, I think the very first thing that made me hate that game was how they designed it after the lead designer, and how the lead designer
they've toned that down somewhat.
They've changed a lot.
They did change that.
How the lead
To be
designer
honest-
was a complete twat.
Oh yeah, that was that.
What they've essentially done between old Dante and new Dante is you've him and give him a haircut.
That's
Now, I've heard some stuff
Facial-
about the development actually of this.
Facial structure wise, and a lot of. Because obviously now I've gone back to playing the original one, I can now draw comparisons better. Like, a lot of his sort of mannerisms and expressions are a hell of a lot like old Dante. Like, even strange things like his facial expression when he gets a new weapon and things like that, they really have pulled through from the original series.
Like, plus I've unlocked the classic Dante costume, and like it looks horrible on the character, but like in that costume, it does look a little bit closer to what we perceive as Dante.
Yeah,
Youthed a lot.
yeah.
Very much.
I mean, to be fair, the way I see it is, I mean, considering the style of the world and the aesthetics and everything, I think the old Dante would look kind of out of place, really, in the sense of that development. I mean, aesthetically, I don't really think he looks too decent now, but he doesn't look terrible by any means. But speaking about the development, as I said, I heard a story from somewhere, don't know how true it is. But apparently when Ninja Theory were developing the game, they were working closely with Capcom, obviously. And they handed them Capcom some designs of Dante to what he wanted to look like, which were close to the original Dante. And apparently Capcom just turned around and said, yeah, if we want him to look the same, we would just made Devil May Cry 5. So they were forced to sort of like redesign him. And I think in a way they'll probably put on the spot, so they just came up with the first thing that came to their head, you know.
I think, to be honest, like, reboots in general, whether it's films or games, will always divide opinions.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I mean, like, obviously the other big reboot was Castlevania. That's been rebooted right back to the start again. But, sort of, I guess the same with the Devil May Cry universe. It got so sort of convoluted, and the storylines were, like, so various and numerous that you kind of had to take it back to the start just to be able to sort of carry on making the games.
Well, I think the problem with Devil May Cry was like the fourth one was so piss poor that like it basically they wrote themselves into a rut and they just couldn't go anywhere with it.
Mm.
So that's probably why they needed a reboot.
Because whatever you think of New Dante, it's not as bad as Nero was.
No.
Because I wanted to slap that kid after about 5 seconds of gameplay.
But Nero's in this game, isn't he?
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Yes.
No, he's
Or is it?
not.
Oh, Virgil.
Virgil's in it. Is Dante's brother story.
He's nothing like the old Virgil.
No, shooting.
Yeah,
Pregnant
shooting people
women.
full stop, let alone handing guns to Dante left, right, and centre, and just being a dick, no sense of honour whatsoever. But that's by the by. Like,
This is obviously a different version of Virgil. A different...
really, I do prefer the older games, but
I can see them both being, in my personal opinion, I see them both being good on their own things and their own levels for different reasons.
like I think what really struck me about the sort of story and aesthetics of this new one, Devil May Cry, it's like the political overtones. I
Oh,
won't say
okay.
undertones. I'll say overtones. Like they were
Very
sort of
much so.
slapping you in the face constantly throughout the cutscenes.
This was another thing that bugged the shit out of me, because I know for a fact I wouldn't take a single word of political advice from the two twats who designed it, because they look like a pair of gits, like, who didn't know which fucking end of the broom to use. So,
Yeah,
that
like-
was...
I would say if you can ignore those cutscenes a little bit, like there are some of the cutscenes that are sort of the more character development ones, especially the ones between Dante and Kat. There's some actually really nice. There's actually some really good story points, especially when they're sort of comparing childhood horror stories, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you do get a much better idea about where all this hatred has come from that Dante has for the world.
I mean, personally, the political viewpoint of the story, I actually do generally kind of like it, because I think it's kind of relevant for today's society and the way they've actually crafted it, and in a way, the media and the whole sort of banking system being controlled by demons is actually kind of believable, considering the situation we're in at the moment.
But this isn't supposed to be a review of the game,
No, we're not. We're
we
just
kind of got carried away with
debating. We're just debating, to be fair, so you know.
But yeah, the games that I've been playing this week.
Yeah,
Black Ops, Minecraft, Battlefield 3, and Trust. That's basically the core four.
Hey. Always good games, to be fair. So what do you reckon of Black Ops, anyway?
It's good.
Yeah.
Like, it's probably one of the best one in the series so far.
Like, would you say it beats Modern Warfare 3 though?
I think in storyline, probably not. In gameplay, probably not. But a lot of the innovation they have put into the game has definitely improved the franchise.
That's good.
So, like, it's another step forward. It's just not as big a step as Black Ops 1 was. I think really the only things to play in that game are zombies and multiplayer, and the campaign is just forgettable for the most part. I mean, it's a really solid, excellently well-crafted campaign with a lot of diversity to it, but at the same time, it's just like you're going to play the campaign once and then go straight on to multiplayer or zombies, and that's it.
Like there was a certain something missing from it. Like,
Yeah, it wasn't as entertaining as the Modern Warfare campaign was, for example, but the Black Ops 1 campaign was a lot better. It just really hit you out of nowhere. Whereas this one's just a little bit more generic and whatnot. It's always fun watching somebody burn to death, though. That much I
A
can
little bit
do.
vicious, I think.
A little bit, but why not? It's only pixels after all.
Exactly. Nobody gives a shit.
something to brighten up your day.
Oh, it's on fire! Look at it burning, yeah!
I made the joke!
It's funny, it's good, yeah. No, like...
See, we could have a whole new debate on this with the whole thing of whether video games cause violence.
Yeah, but I think that's its own
no.
vlog in itself,
No.
to be honest.
That
No,
would be a
'cause-
whole different rant.
I think we would another hour.
No, because I can simply say, well, there have been studies that have proven there's absolutely zero link between violence in video games and violence in real life.
Exactly.
There have been multiple studies on this subject, which is why governments around the world basically don't have a leg to stand on, and it's only left to the fucking nutters who believe in God and shit like that to actually fucking come round and say, oh, this is causing that, or that's causing that.
No, to be honest, if you're an idiot, if you're going to go out and kill someone, you're going to go out and kill someone. Someone will just find an excuse for why you did it.
Exactly. If you've got the mentality to do that anyway, then you must be sick in the head.
You don't need much encouragement.
Yeah.
Isn't it like, by the simple logic of, if video games were the cause of all this, then surely a lot more people would be violent psychopaths.
You can take a simple statistic and go, right, compare the number of people who play video games to the number of people who've been in the army, and then compare the number of people who play video games and committed atrocities versus the number of people who were in the army and committed atrocities, and it's very clear which one's going to win. You know, like it really is that simple.
I'm sorry, if you want a rage-inducing game, play Viva Pinata.
Oh my god, yes.
That is the...
That could be a completely different rant, probably mostly by me, because I think I'm the only person who actually played them. But believe me,
Hey, I played a bit of it.
being they're realistically supposed to be kids' games, they are so infuriating.
Kids games really are getting a lot more complicated.
It's my theory that they're trying to breed a race of super gamers for the next generation. I think.
Well, I
No,
know
seriously
that,
though.
no, that's what
Is
my
that
mate
theory
wanted
or
to
wishful
do.
thinking?
No, that's what my mate said. Like, when he recently had his kid, he said, like, he wanted a girl so that he could train her to be the best Halo 4 player in the world, or the best Halo player in the world to kick people's asses. Like, that's his entire mission when he had a kid. Like,
Oh yeah.
I've heard of worse reasons to have kids. So.
like no, it
to
wasn't.
have Super Halo player.
Yeah, it wasn't the reason he had the kid. But
It's one of his ambitions, his goals.
yeah, he said once he's got it on the way, he may as well make the best of a bad
So
situation.
some people want their kids to grow up to be, like lawyers and doctors and.
Nope, he wants a
Physicist.
super
No,
gamer.
the world's greatest Halo player.
Yeah, like.
Fair enough. I
By
think
the
that's
way-
a good
yeah,
ambition.
By the way, he did have a boy, so that kind of shot that plan.
That kind of blew.
Because clearly boys suck at computer games.
Yeah, like he wanted the extra humiliation of
game.
having the girl beat the crap out
Yeah,
of
boys
the boys.
suck at computer games. I'm not saying this sarcastically. I'm saying it. I'm saying it because it's true.
Okay, I'll put Black Ops in there.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit of Soul Calibur.
No, we're not doing Soul Calibur. If we're doing beat 'em ups, we'll go for Tekken.
Okay, we'll put
Okay.
Tekken in
Okay,
there.
fine.
Like, I'm just as good at Tekken as Rick is at Soul Calibur. Like, I fucking maxed that game out, so.
Anyway, anything we're looking forward to next month then? Game-wise or anything, everything,
Parties.
maybe?
Either speak up or be quiet.
Really, I really don't know.
Well,
I do know the
Virgil's
the Virgil DLC.
And at some point, I really still want to get round to getting Ni no Kunai.
Yeah, I do want to get that. Because it looks really good to relive the aesthetics and art style to that as well, and the whole atmosphere from that game.
Is that your word of the day? Aesthetics.
Aesthetics.
Aesthetics is a brilliant word.
I love the word. I love the word aesthetics.
And when aesthetics doesn't make you sound smart enough, the phrase verisimilitude of the logically impossible always works.
Jesus
It's actually
Christ.
Lopsy Daisy about it.
But yeah, well, and I'm
Be a
sure...
media
Sound like
student. It won't do you anything. It won't do you any good for your career. But by God, you'll learn some amazing terms.
Oh yeah.
Sociology.
I mean, I've got to say, coming next month's probably this month even is probably the biggest month for me in gaming because it's got two of my most anticipated releases this year coming out.
The
Tomb Raider and Bioshock Infinite. Oh yes, really, really looking forward to those.
Yeah, I really like the look of this new Tomb Raider.
Yeah, definitely.
I think, like, as an old Tomb Raider
No,
player...
please, Marty, please, elaborate on your sighs and grunts, please.
No,
No, like I say, as an old
Okay, I'm
Tomb
going
Raider
to punch your
player,
knee until you do.
like, I really genuinely like the look of the new Tomb Raider, and
I
I
do
think,
like the new aesthetics.
yeah, like, I...
Stealing my terminology now.
Oh no!
God damn.
Stop sitting next to me. Be gone! Be gone from the room.
Yeah, I just like the whole gritty style they've gone for, the gritty sort of action,
The sort of more
action,
realistic style.
Definitely, I love that.
I know a lot of the reviews are basically going, yeah, as soon as you get into this game, any elements of survival are just blown away when you get the shotgun because it just becomes a standard shooter basically. But it still looks.
I'll probably won't
awesome.
play it like that. But yeah, I mean, I'm seeing reviews 8 and 8.5 across the board, which is, I mean, I was expecting 9s, but considering it's 1.5 or 2 points away from perfection, you can't really complain.
No, I
There's
really
always
can't.
going to be a niggling little something that doesn't
Well,
quite sit right.
I think it's mostly because it's been
Probably the
taken
magazine
and
enough.
it's made into a big sandbox game as opposed to it being like your traditional, puzzle solving game.
Exactly.
So yeah,
I don't know. I think you can have both in a game. I think you can have it open world and puzzle solving.
I get it comes with a problem. Like, the more open you make a game, the less structure you can really do with it.
Yeah, you look at Borderlands as the best example of that.
The minute you give people the ability to wander off, they will almost instantly wander off.
Yeah, thing is though, I'm not hearing much about the sandbox nature of the new Tomb Raider. Apparently, I've heard it's actually quite linear, surprisingly.
Well,
No, I've seen a fair bit about it. Like, I mean, it's linear in the sense that you have to go over like areas that you've progressed through to unlock new stuff. But like other than that, it looks fairly open from what I've seen. So
the environments do look very cool, I've got to say.
yeah,
Definitely. I love everything about it.
yeah.
I mean, the way Laura looks, it seems like a vulnerable, more realistic, believable character is better in itself rather than the...
Someone who's going to wrestle a shark.
With triangle boobs.
With triangle boobs.
Or fight a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
With triangle boobs.
Well, yeah, back in those days.
And handguns.
Look, it's just the last Tomb Raider guy I played was PS1.
Yeah.
So it's Devil May Cry all over again. Like they're going for a more sort of realistic right from the very beginning.
But whereas like Devil May Cry betrayed the origins that it came from, I think Tomb Raider's hit it bang on the nail. It's exactly what a reboot should be.
Well, I guess we'll find out if one of us gets it.
Yeah, I'm getting it. I've got my copy ordered. But it's on PC, so I won't be able to bring it round, but... Still.
We'll bring the PC round.
Yeah, we'll
just dismantle it. It won't take long.
Yeah, dismantle it, unhook it.
But it's definitely one I've got a collector's edition pre-ordered as well, so hopefully I can do an unboxing for the blog as well.
That's
cool.
Totally.
What, of your PC?
Unboxing of the collector's edition.
PC's naked.
Oh, X-rated. Well, go get there. Let the kids see that one. Your kids, people.
Look at the motherboard on that.
Ooh, look at the RAM. Oh yeah.
Oh look, this dirty head's got so much dust around the fan.
If I wasn't worried about static, I'd stroke it. But yeah. Yeah, moving on, I think.
Swiftly.
Yeah, swiftly, because that does sound quite terribly dodgy.
Like Ian's RAM.
I love ramming it, baby, but oh god damn it. But yeah, Bioshock Infinite, that's another one I'm really, really looking forward to. In fact, I think that is actually my most anticipated title of this year.
See, that's another series that kind of just sort of skimmed me by.
Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely worth a check out. I mean, Bioshock, the first one's amazing. The second one is good, but not as good as the original, but this one does look absolutely incredible.
Do you think it's going to be better than GTA 5? Because GTA 5's coming out this year, so Bioshock is going to be your game of the year.
Well, I wasn't really a massive fan of the GTA series in the first place, and I'm a massive fan of the Bioshock series, so... Well,
see, like,
you know,
really...
It's down to personal preference, really, for me.
What about Watch Dogs?
Watch Dogs.
Yeah, Watch Dogs.
Is that definitely coming out this year?
Yeah.
In that case, it's probably a tight competition between those two.
The PlayStation 4 is confirmed to come out this year, and Watch Dogs is a launch title.
I think they might have said launch window, didn't they? Which could be any time in the next year.
I think it's also coming out for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360
and
at the
PC.
same time. Yeah, so there's also Destiny. I think that's coming out this year. I might be wrong on that one.
Yeah, Destiny does look good, but I'm still anticipating Bioshock more because, as I said, I'm a massive fan. I've been waiting for this game since like 2010, so... And it is by a competent studio, not like another 3D Realms, so, you know.
Yeah, but...
What about Gears of War Judgment?
Again, not... I like Gears of War, but it's not really grabbed me as much as...
Why the fuck did they make Baird the main character out of that?
I know, it's a bit stupid.
That was retarded, that was. Who's gonna fucking want to play him? He's a dick.
Like, what's...
Pretty much.
What is this new Gears of War going to bring to the table, then?
Jack shit.
Jack shit.
It's gonna be another Gears of War.
No, the only thing it's going to have is, because Dom's now dead and Marcus is fucked off God knows where, he's probably going to make a cameo. Like,
Spoilers.
I thought everyone knew that by now.
Yeah, to be fair, I've got to that point anyway in the campaign. I saw it coming, to be fair. I really did. It's very predictable.
Will it bring chest high walls?
Yes, I
the
guarantee
there will
that.
be chest high
That's
walls.
the only reason
see that much.
I will ever play that game is for chest high walls. I love those walls.
And let's not
They're
forget,
fucking
there's going to be a new Modern Warfare coming out this year.
Call of Duty, of course, November month for Call of Duty, but again, I'm not a massive fan of Call of Duty, so my personal preference is that I prefer Bioshock.
You mean a bit like Em's not a massive fan of Bioshock, and I'm not a massive fan of Bioshock.
Exactly.
I don't know, I'm not a massive fan of Bioshock, I've just never played it.
Yeah,
It's not the same thing.
Well, yeah, you know, that's what I'm saying. You asked me what my other games are, and I'm giving you my opinion, that's all.
So... yeah, like with the whole GTA 5 thing, I reckon its success and failure won't be based on the sort of the sort of the storyline. It's going to be more about like its capabilities
and the expansiveness of the city. And
yeah, exactly. Like what the game can do.
What
rather
basically
than what
the
you can
GTA
do.
series did well.
I mean, the city's always the star of the game at the end of the day.
Fannying around.
It's pretty fucking hard to imagine
blowing
they're
up
going
police
to add
helicopters.
anything that they haven't added already.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like
they're just going to add it better. Like, that's about it.
it's going to be San
More
Andreas
so.
with a skin lift, isn't it? Like, facelift.
I think the only thing that they're really going to add that you couldn't do in GTA, like any previous GTA, is ride a horse. And that's about it.
Really?
If I wanted to ride a horse in a GTA game, I'd play Red Dead Redemption.
Exactly.
Well, I would if my copy didn't end up laser burned.
Oh god.
I'd like to point out that was not me that laser burned it.
Wasn't he either?
No, it wasn't him either. This is why you should never. This is why, in a rather selfish kind of way, I would be glad if you can't lend people games anymore, because this is what happens when you lend people games. They laser burn them.
Idiots.
Mhm.
It wasn't me. I haven't even played Red Dead Redemption yet. I know, travesty, complete travesty.
It is a bit of fun.
You know what
It
game needs to come out?
What's that?
What game we always need?
Go on.
Another Dynasty Warriors.
We do need more Dynasty Warriors. And what happened to Orochi? Orochi 3?
Oh, that's a good point.
Isn't it coming out for Wii U or something stupid?
Yes,
Oh!
apparently so. And I'm sorry, but as much as I love the franchise, there is nothing in the world that would compel me to buy that console.
Yeah, I mean, if Deus Ex Human Revolution, Human Defiance ends up being a Wii U port of the Deus Ex Human Revolution with extra features, I still wouldn't buy a Wii U for that, to be honest. It'd be damn tempting, but I wouldn't.
You'd seriously buy a console for one game?
Well, it depends if I wanted other games, but otherwise, no.
Yeah, I've only just seen a Wii U today when I was out and about on my travels, and all I could think was, wow, that's one really big DS.
No, do you know what I thought? No, seriously, do you know what I thought it looked like the first time I ever saw it? You know those VTech things you get for kids? Like my
God,
first...
yeah, it is!
It's a VTech. It's a yeah.
Victory.
Victory!
Chris finally got gold on this level in Trials. Evil fucking level.
First level, god damn it.
That's the first level?
Yeah.
No, I do not want to... Oh, Rick wants to try.
Rick will try. I don't think I do.
No, Rick's just going to press Y.
Rick will press Y and he'll be able to fly across the level and win.
No,
yeah, I would like to point out I've been playing that level for a couple months now. So.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, I'm looking forward to Bioshock, so, you know, like, no one else is interested in here really, but I'll do my review and my unboxing and whatnot.
Well, see, that's the thing, like, I can sort of understand where they're coming from with the whole...
it's not realistic at the end.
Doing
you
it
finish the battle, you go rape and pillage theirs, finish.
You've not really played many Dynasty Warriors games, have you?
No.
Like rape and pillage.
That's not how it ends. It ends with an epic sort of cutscene of heroic speeches.
Heroic speeches.
That's not how war ended.
Fatal shoulder wounds.
Fatal shoulder wounds, and everyone is lawful good.
Yes, even like the characters that all the way through are evil. So like characters like Nobunaga, and characters like that are still lawful good at the end or dead.
Yeah, the lawful good, dead, or have just vanished completely for no reason.
Yes, that's one of their favourite ones. They vanish from history.
Yes.
They just wander off.
The one-eyed dragon has vanished from history. Where'd it
go?
Didn't they just get to...
Samurai Warriors.
Like, in Dynasty Warriors, didn't they just get to the part where they introduced the Third Army, which is based on real history? Like,
that was a separate series.
It's all based on real history. Well, granted, until you get to about Orochi, then it kind of
Orochi,
fades
not
a
so
little bit.
Orochi's more to do with legends.
Yeah, isn't Orochi, like, set in space or something?
It's set in an alternate
Snake Man
reality,
dimension.
where basically Orochi is a snake demon, and he decides that what he wants to do is find someone who can kill him. So to do this, he basically steals the best warriors
from China and Japan. Hence why it's Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors combined.
And the
which
whole
was the only
setup
reason
is...
to buy it, because Samurai Warriors was awesome. Almost as awesome as Dynasty Warriors Gundam. But giant robots.
Yeah, that's what we've been playing this month. Dynasty Warriors Gundam.
That was a good song.
I've barely been playing anything this month, to be exact. To be honest,
Fucking hell, man.
Yeah, like Blood Bowl was about the only thing I've been playing, and occasionally Minecraft with Chris.
We found out the best chicken dispenser of all time based on the Rooster Teeth video.
Oh yeah.
It lets you shoot chickens as they're falling into lava. It's so much fun.
Awesome.
I actually built my own version, which was slightly better than their version, but
Not bragging or anything.
no.
No. Okay.
But you kind of have to understand the hours of fucking time I spent doing redstone and fucking tutorials, and then you look at other people's redstone and tutorials, and they're just like, no, I know how to do this better. So it's so much fun.
But yeah, I think that might be it. Really, I think we're out of stuff to talk about. It's only been about nearly 2 hours.
That's good.
Over actually.
Well, over 2 hours. Yeah.
Over 2 hours.
So if you
cut
still
out the crap,
Editing sweep for the win.
you'll end with 5 minutes worth of something useful.
yes,
5 minutes of where we're actually making sense.
yeah. So
And the rest of it we'll just put up as outtakes later.
pretty much. I mean, if you're still listening, then thank you for listening, and hope you're all having good ones. And we'll be back again next month with more shizzle.
Will we?
What's the date?
We're doing this again? Oh
It's a
God!
monthly thing, man.
What's the date today?
It's the second. Well, no, it's the 2nd March technically. Considering
It
we
is.
we
Yeah,
started
We
on the
started on the
3rd.
first, it's now the second.
Yeah, this is the time of recording, obviously.
Yeah, it's
But-
taken us 2 days to record this hour-long video.
Pretty much.
Which isn't a video, it's in fact a
Video.
audio log thing.
Yeah.
We'll find a video from somewhere.
It's a
We will find a random video and paste it over the top.
We'll just
That's
make
the
an
idea.
AMV.
We'll just post the Matrix and stuff. Yes, we're doing this while we're fighting Agent Smith.
And if we're honest, it will still be better than the sequels were.
Oh, nice burn there.
Well, 2 wasn't too bad, I suppose.
2
Didn't
was...
entirely
I prefer the
so.
3rd one to the 2nd
Did
one, actually.
Hitman come out this month, or was that last month?
Well, Absolution.
Absolutely.
That was last year.
That was last year.
Ah, okay. I was paying attention so much to this.
Bah!
Yeah.
Anyway, bye folks!
Bye, Z's.